Good evening. This is Jackie, my Apex Training. Thank you for joining us on our weekly vlog. It is January the 9th, 2020. Hard to believe we're already in our second week of our new month here. It's just going by, it seemed like quicker than last year. And so what I wish to discuss today is really the benefits, the experience of being present. I know I've discussed this in the past, and so I actually had a personal experience yesterday in which I met up with my videographer at a downtown restaurant, maybe about a 25-minute drive from my home. And so I can already feel like that change in my affect, where it's like, oh, I got drive 25 minutes, and then I'm going to go to a restaurant where the food choices are going to be limited and parking's going to be bare. And yes, all of the above happened. And so I was already in that moment where I couldn't really be present because I had this background annoyance already that was happening to get me to that point. And I'm pretty sure my videographer buddy picked up on it, but she was very gracious and gave me some latitude to kind of grow up a little bit. But it happened in such a moment that you don't realize that it's like occurring. It's kind of like standing on a piece of wood and you don't really see this slow wave that's kind of pulling you away from the shore. It's kind of crazy. And so like on my way back to my truck, I was stopped at a light waiting for it to turn green, and so I was pacing myself, and as I was crossing, there was a gentleman on his cell phone and he was texting away, and all I could do is just say, hey, light's green, bro. And so he kept in tandem with me, and we started talking, and he says, I'm sorry, thanks for letting me know the light turned green. I was in the middle of writing my book. And so I go, oh, what are you writing about? So he was telling me that he's actually, it's kind of like realism, being reality with fantasy. It's like where the women are the stronger of the two gender. They're like Amazonian. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. More of the fierce warrior type, and the men are like the monks. And so I talked about how the society is laid out and how they protect their city and such. And so I was just present listening to what he had to say, and he asked me what did I do for a living. I told him I was a strength coach. And I didn't go into great detail that I was also a physical therapist, because in the conversation may have taken a different spin. And I was like, oh, do you have any suggestions on how to help my back? And anyways, so what ended up happening was, like, we ended up having a conversation. It was such a good conversation that I wasn't really in a hurry to get back to my truck, which was, I parked like 4 or 5 blocks away from the restaurant. And so it opened up an opportunity to actually reframe things where, had I not parked that far away, and had I not took that route, I never would have met this stranger who now really became a new friend. He's in his early 30s. He just recently came back from serving the country. He was deployed to the Middle East, and he's been back for about a year, but doesn't know like a whole lot of people. And we just chatted about life and what he was doing, and it was nice. It was refreshing. And so again, instead of looking at like these lemons being bruised, we're able to take them and turn it really into lemonade. So it's how we look at perspective, having the gratitude that we are capable of walking across the street. We have a vehicle to go to. Not everyone can walk soundly without needing a cane or crutches or an e-scooter. I actually was injured for a long period of time, where I had to use a pair of crutches or an e-scooter or a walker for on and off for, gosh, a year or two. It was quite a struggle. And so it was a reminder to me that, every day is very special. Even when things don't go your way, it's passage of time. We don't have to hold on to it. All right? Enjoy yourself. Hi, Zachary. My family's home. I got to go. Bye.